It's April 2002, and Electronic Gaming Monthly released issue 153 of its famous magazine about gaming. Inside you could find articles about new games, developers interviews, the most fucking hard ads in the universe, and one of the most exciting sections, the secrets and cheat page. Usually they show fun stuff, like Konami Code, which first appeared back in 1988, their very first issue of Nintendo Power. And sure, that one turned to be real. However, this particular issue of IGM would go down in the history because Sonic the Hedgehog could be unlocked in none other than Super Smash Bros. Melee. Also, Dito would be playable too. Nice. After the iconic rivalry through the 80s, some questionable decisions, and a brutal beating that pushed Sega out of the console business, Sonic has supposedly broken that rivalry and, along with Tails, I guess, joined the Super Smash Bros. Mini roster. But wait, something is weird about these screenshots. I mean, the first one looks okay. Thought that's obviously a render about Sonic Adventure 2. But fine, considering how long Midi took to make, I can't blame them for reusing assets. But the second image, So, how do you unlock these legendary characters? Are you smoking crack? To unlock them, you had to get 10 kills in crew melee. If you don't know what that mode is, let me just show you my best match ever. Okay, cut the bullshit. Obviously, this was fake. But how believable could it be back then? Well, believe it or not, before fighting games started knocking characters behind overpriced DLC packs, you could actually unlock them by just playing the game you paid for. Crazy, right? Reverse innovation practically. And while Smash Bros. Is one of those franchises that still tries to make unlocking characters special, nothing compares like the old days. Especially Melee, that game had some of the most ridiculous unlock conditions ever. You don't believe me? How do you unlock? To unlock this guy, you first had to start Adventure Mode. A pretty cool mode where besides fighting, you go through iconic Nintendo worlds. Until you get to a Black Bowser. Okay. In the very first level, at the end of Mushroom Kingdom, one of the most important requirements to unlock Luigi was to wait. Yep, just wait. You needed at least a 2 on the timer before finishing the level. If you did it right, this cutscene would play. Like, seriously, how the fuck? Oh, but that's not all. Nah. To unlock Mewtwo, you had to stay in a versus match 20 hours. 20 hours! Yep, you have to leave your console turned on in a versus match for 20 fucking hours. And the worst part is, there was no guarantee that he'd even appear. If at the end of the match, for some reason, he just didn't appear, you have to do it all over again. Nice. Okay, not everything was terrible. If you had more controllers plugged in, you could reduce the time from 20 to 5. Also, there are some other easy methods to unlock all the characters. But now, consider how absurd MIDI could be with unlockables, and that the multi-man MIDI mode actually does unlock another character. Honestly, this rumor was totally believable, back then at least, even with those sketchy screenshots. But sadly, it was all just an April Fool's joke. Now let's make a huge jump to June 1st, 2025. The state of the Super Smash Bros. Franchise is um decent at best. Ultimate, despite its flaws, is still quite relevant. Sonic's been in Smash for a long time now, alongside Mega Man, Pac-Man, and
I am Steve.
Smash 4 and Brawl are competitively dead, and rightfully so. And MIDI, it's just doing its own thing. But there's one community that's always been there, lurking in the background, quietly keeping the spirit alive. That's right, I'm talking about the modding community of Smash Bros. Was born out of frustration. When Smash Bros. Brawl came out, and despite being arguably one of the best Smash Brothers, it was competitively ass.
Wow, and you hate to see that kind of thing happen. Oh, you stupid son of a...
And since you couldn't patch games through Wi-Fi back then, and let's be real, Nintendo probably wouldn't do it anyway, the community decided to transform Brawl into something closer to Melee, which even unintentionally became the competitive Smash experience. That's how Project M was born, basically Brawl with Melee mechanics. Now, I don't really know what happened along the way with Goku, Shrek, and Mr. Beast. But today, one of the main reasons Smash is still alive is thanks to the mods. Over time, not only have they improved in quality, but they expanded to other entries in the series, except Smash 4, nobody cares about that one. For example, in Smash 64 we got the famous mod Smash Beast, and honestly it is so damn good. It could easily replace the original one. However, the mod we're here to talk about today is it's well known that the hardest Smash game to mod is Melee. I'm not exactly sure why, probably because of the GameCube's limitations, but most mods were just cosmetic and focused on competitive training. Very few added entirely new characters, until December 2021, when a group of modders changed everything with one of the best Melee mods ever made.
See you later, Tails.
The Arcane build. A mod that's basically a full-on fighter pack, if that had existed during the GameCube era. It's so well made it practically feels official. It adds new modes, stages, and most importantly, like King Dedede, Charizard, and other fan favorites like Wolf, Diddy Kong, and Lucas. But the main reason I'm talking about this mod right now is because recently, and not that recently, they added not just Sonic, but Tails too, to the Super Smash Bros. Melee roster. With the same level of care and polish as every other character. Now, yeah, I know it might not seem like a big deal, especially compared to something like Smash Remix, but you know, it just shows how far the modding community has come, constantly improving. breaking boundaries and achieving things we never thought possible, fulfilling dreams and once seemed like nothing more than an April Fool's joke.